Good evening and welcome to Merrimack High School for tonight's Division I girls basketball game between the Jaguars of Windham High School and your Merrimack Tomahawks. This game is being played according to rules set forth by the NHIAA and its member schools. We ask that you and our fans help make tonight's game a memorable experience for our athletes by showing good sportsmanship toward all players, coaches, and game officials throughout the contest. Inappropriate language, taunts, or other demeaning actions are grounds for removal from the game. As a reminder, no fans are permitted in the first two rows of the bleachers or on the court at any time during the game. In the case of an emergency, please vacate the premises by the nearest exit at each end of the gymnasium. The officials for tonight's game are Tony Anzavino and Steve Greenwood. Now let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Windham Jaguars. Number 4, Abby Hughes.
Sorry? Oh,
Number
Jaguars.
5, Nikki Tesla.
Yep.
Number 21, Abby Husson. Number 23, Bree Lowry. And number 32, Sarah Dempsey. The Jaguars are coached by Ann Husky. Now for your Merrimack Tomahawks. Number 5, Emma Luzzi. Number 12, Tara White. Number 15, Lily DeVillis. Number 24, Kaylee Borman. Number 30, Julian Wall. Would everyone please stand and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
Thank you so much for joining us for tonight's girls varsity basketball team. Merrimack Tomahawks taking on the Windham High School Jaguars. I am Nicholas LaValle, the Town of Merrimack's Media Services Coordinator. Merrimack TV is the brand name for the Town of Merrimack's media division. We're happy to bring you live sports, whether you're watching on Channel 21 here in Merrimack, or if you've joined us at merrimacktv.com, or you're watching because you've downloaded the Cablecast Screenweave app to your Roku or Apple TV device. No matter how you're watching, we're happy that you're here. Follow us on social media. We're on Twitter at Merrimack TV. Comment on our most recent tweet. We'd love to give you a shout out during tonight's game. And we don't care if you're cheering for the Tomahawks or the Windham High School Jaguars. We just want to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching, who you're cheering for, and of course, how you're watching. There are so many ways to watch Merrimack TV. Well, that's enough from me, though, for now. Let's introduce the real talent tonight, your play-by-play announcer, Mr. Brian Gagnon. Brian, thank you for volunteering your time to be the voice of the Tomahawks.
Thank you very much, Nick LaValle, and welcome inside the H. Dana Taylor Gymnasium tonight as Windham will get on the board first. Bria Murray with the basket and the foul. And the foul is on Merrimack. We'll get to the personal foul in just a second. That's their second team foul. Amari misses the free throw, and Merrimack pushes it up the floor. Kira Bike for three. Yes! 3-2 in favor of the Tomahawks. That last foul was on Emma Veluzzi. Inside, this is Sarah Dempsey, leading scorer for Windham. They get it inside to Abby Husson, and she traveled. They're going to say that basket by Bike was a 2, so we are tied at 2. This is a rematch of last night's game in which Windham won 44-40. We'll tell you a little more about that one in just a second. Kaylee Bournemouth for Merrimack, back to Bike as Merrimack starts their offense. Baluzzi to the rack. Her shot no good. Rebound by Jillian Waller, no good. And Waller gets her own rebound. Nice hustle by Jillian Waller. And she draws the foul. That'll be on Abby Hughes. First team foul for Windham. Heartbreaking loss last night for Merrimack. They played very, very well for 3 quarters of that game. They couldn't get anything going in that fourth quarter. Out of bounds will be Merrimack ball. Talking to Coach Dugan before the game, and he said it was 3 great quarters and turnovers just did them in the fourth quarter. But they were still in it at the end. Lily DeVillis with the scoop shot, no good. And Windham will get the ball back. This is Libby Setsilis. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Setsilis at the top of the key. Over to Abby Hughes. Very senior-laden Windham team here. And they turn it over. Second turnover already for Windham. 3-point bid here is off the mark. And the rebound by Setsilis, and the foul by Jillian Waller. Already 3 fouls on Merrimack. We got a 2-2 score here in the early going from Merrimack High School. Glad you could join us tonight on Merrimack TV. Brian Gagnon here with you, along with Nick LaValle. Setsilis, the point guard for Windham. Had a nice game last night in the win. Dempsey to the corner, back to Setsilis. Merrimack in a 2-3 zone. They're going to mix it up a little bit throughout the game. Setsilis is going to try a 3, and it's no good, but she draws the foul. And I believe that's going to be on Waller. And it is. So Waller in quick foul trouble, not what the Tomahawks are looking for here early. Shannon Samwani is going to come into the game. And Setsilis is going to be shooting 3. First free throw is up and good. So even with the troubles in that fourth quarter, Merrimack was down by 2 with 24 seconds left in that game last night, and they got 2 tremendous looks. Just couldn't get him to fall. Emma Veluzzi on the drive had a chance to tie the game, missed the shot, and then Lily DeVillis had a wide open 3-pointer on the offensive rebounds, which hit the back of the rim. Setsilis hits 2 out of 3, and Windham takes the lead. DeVillis, corner 2, is way off the mark, and she gets the loose ball. Veluzzi back to DeVillis, baseline drive, puts it up with the right hand and in. Lily DeVillis on the board, and we're tied at 2. Windham coming into tonight 2-2. Wins over Merrimack and Londonderry, and the 2 losses to Bishop Girton. Who else? Missed shot in the rebound by Sarah Dempsey, and she'll get to the line. That's Abby Husson on the miss. DeVillis gets the foul, and Merrimack with 5 team fouls already. Windham played well against BG in their 2 losses, keeping it to it's around 20, which when you're playing Bishop Girton, that's almost like a win. Dempsey hits them both, and it's 6-4. The lead pass for DeBillis is intercepted by Husson. Windham resets. Briamari gets it to the corner. Setsilis is going to try a 3. That is way off the mark. But the offensive rebound by Husson. Husson's going to try from the corner. No good. And a nice hustle play there by Abby Hughes. I think Mike didn't know that she was right there. Hughes able to tap it off her. 6-4 in favor of the Jaguars here in the early going. Dempsey inside the paint. She throws it into the backcourt. And we'll have a backcourt violation. Merrimack had a long stretch between games. They had 8 games, or 8 days to think about their 30-point loss to Goffstown a couple of weeks ago, last Wednesday night. And the practice really did them well against Windham last night. We'll see if they can recover here tonight from that loss. But they did play very well in that game. DeBillis on the drive to Bike for 3. That's a 3, and it's good. Kira Bike with 5 to get started, and it's 7-6 Tomahawks. Faluzzi on Setsilis. Dempsey stopped by Faluzzi. 3-point bid here for Hughes is no good. Offensive rebound by the Jaguars. Bournemouth able to get to that one, though. Tomahawks trying to extend their lead early in this one. DeBillis, corner 3. Yes! Lily DeBillis from downtown, and it's 10-6. Abby Hughes now for Windham. That's Husson with the shot. No good. Rebound, Kira Bike. Bike looking to push it. She's got DeBillis down court to Bournemouth. Great teamwork by Merrimack, and we're going to have a timeout by Windham. 30-second timeout for the Jaguars, and we are about halfway through this first quarter. Merrimack leading it 12-6.
Dan and Judy Waller, Jillian's grandparents, are watching tonight from Port Orange, Florida. They're watching on their Roku via Cablecast Screenweave.
Welcome.
They're watching Merrimack TV, so grandparents watching in Florida, we're happy to have you, Dan and Judy. We've already seen Jillian play this first quarter. Pretty sure I heard Brian say that, right? Jillian Waller?
Yes.
What number's Jillian?
Jillian, number 30.
So I'm sure we'll see more of number 30. Knowing Dan and Judy, her grandparents are watching in Port Orange, Florida. Thanks so much for reaching out. If you want to shout out, hit us up on Twitter at Merrimack TV. Comment on our most recent tweet. Or visit our Facebook page and comment on the post we made about tonight's game. Just leave a comment. Let us know who you're cheering for, how you're watching, where you're watching from. Of course, who you're cheering for. Any message, really. And we don't mind if you're a Jaguar fan. We'd like to shout you out as well.
We can look past that, right?
Absolutely.
No, we appreciate y'all.
We had so many people watching the Nashua game the other night. It was really awesome to hear from so many Purple Panther fans and Tomahawks fans. As long as you're watching Merrimack TV, we're big fans of you.
We appreciate you. Briamari with the ball for Windham. Chloe Weeks also into the game, as is Jess Minotti for her first action. And another backcourt violation. Windham's coach Sin, it was a tip ball. She definitely disagrees with the call. Emma Veluzzi with the basketball for Merrimack.
I know Emma's family, some are here tonight. I can see Kelly Veluzzi just across the way from me. Part of me thinks that she picked that seat so I could easily spot her. Although with the low attendance, because of COVID, I think I could spot just about anyone here tonight.
Livy Setselis was fouled from behind, and it is on Kaylee Bormuth. That puts Windham in the bonus in this early stage of the first half. Minotti to inbound for Windham. Weeks inside to Sarah Dempsey. Nice block by Sebwani against Dempsey. She gave up a few inches there. Sebwani for three, and it's no good. Rebound by Debilis. Back to Sebwani. And she tries to go up and under, no good. And Dempsey gets her revenge there. Bike tries to go in on Amari. She gets the block. Bormuth is there for the rebound and the putback. Boy, Merrimack up by 8 with their best player on the bench in foul trouble. Good start for the Tomahawks. They go inside to Dempsey. Left-hand shot, no good. Rebound by Bike. Bike trying to push it here. 2-on-2. Veluzzi loses the ball out of bounds. It'll be Windham ball. Well, Waller's been on the bench since about the 6.5-minute mark, and Merrimack's extended their lead. This is number 11, Hannah Smith, in the game. Passing to Minotti, and her three is no good. Veluzzi with it for Merrimack. To the corner, Debilis for three, no good. And the rebound by Windham. Left-hand try, no good. Dempsey on the rebound, and she puts it up and in. 4 points for Sarah Dempsey, and it's 14-8. Bournemouth baseline drive. Easy left-hand or right-hand layup. She's got 6 in the early going for Merrimack. A 16-8 lead for the Tomahawks. Oh, we got a traveling violation on Jess Minotti. It's another Windham turnover. Merrimack trying to get this lead to double digits before the end of the quarter. 5 seconds to go. Veluzzi to Debilis. Debilis puts it up, and it's no good. Bournemouth. Oh, she just missed it. She got it off in time and just missed it. What a quarter for the Tomahawks to get things going. At the end of one, it is Merrimack 16, Windham 8. They are doubling up the Jaguars.
Well, we've got some folks hitting us up on Twitter. If you want to shout out, just respond to our most recent tweet. We're on Twitter at Merrimack TV. Jillian O'Connor, she wrote, "Hey, I want to give a shout out to Jess Minotti from Windham." She says number 20. So there you go. We've got a Jaguar fan watching tonight, Jillian O'Connor. Jillian, let us know where you're watching from. I'm going to guess Windham. But how are you watching? You watching us on a Roku device, merrimacktv.com? Let us know. Thanks for watching, Jillian. Once again, shout out, Jess Minotti, number 20. Awesome. If you're not on Twitter, you can also hit us up on Facebook as well. Just comment on our most recent post, which is a shot of the basketball court, the Dana Taylor Gymnasium. I announced that we were live, Brian. Big shout out to David. David's over at Town Hall. David McGinnis. He's a Windham High School graduate. Remember that?
Oh, yes. Alumni Week. That's
and
right.
I'm pretty sure he's cheering on for the Tomahawks today.
We appreciate you, David. Thanks for all your work. Second quarter underway from Merrimack. Chloe Weeks looks inside. Nice bounce pass into Weeks, and it's going to be out of bounds to Windham. 16-8 in favor of Merrimack. Trying to hold serve here at home in this back end of a home and home with Windham. Pass goes inside, shot no good by Abby Husson. And it's saved to Kira Bike. Bike pushed it up the floor. DeBillis trailing the play. Gets it to Bike inside. And the shot is no good. Good cut, good look by DeBillis. And Hannah Smith draws the foul as they get up the floor in transition. And Smith's going to go to the line. Windham 4 out of 5 from the line in that first quarter. And Smith will shoot a pair here. That foul was on Lily DeBillis, her second. 7th team foul. DeBillis will take a breather here as Olivia Cody enters the game for Merrimack. She'll see her first action of the evening. Smith hits the second, 1 out of 2, 16-9 our score. Bournemouth fixed the handoff to Veluzzi, now gets it right back to her, gives her the screen, little pick and roll to Bournemouth for 2. Kaylee Bournemouth is having a sensational first half for Merrimack. Hannah Smith gets the ball to Husson. Back down to Setselis. This is Dempsey on the drive. Left-hand scoop is no good. And the rebound by Hannah Smith. Knocked out of bounds by Bike. Bike claiming it hit Smith on the way down, but official Steve Greenwood did not see it that way. See Steve everywhere. He's one of the better officials in the state. Setselis with the ball for Windham. Guarded by Shannon Sebwani. Sebwani working very hard on her. Nice work by Shannon. Abby Hughes now to the corner. Husson looking for the cutter. She gets it back to Chloe Weeks. Trying to figure out this Merrimack zone right now. Setselis to the corner. Dempsey for 2. No good. And the rebounds tied up between Bournemouth and Husson. It'll be Merrimack ball. We get our first look at Kylie Flynn tonight. Kylie into the game, and she will replace Kira Bike.
B-Town 33 had messaged us on Twitter, and he said, "Go Kira Bike." Thanks for...
And Flynn couldn't get the handle of that, and she traveled.
Thanks for following us on Twitter, B-Town 33. Let us know how you're watching.
Merrimack in control here, up by 9 in this early stage of the game, but we know lots of basketball left. Setselis to Dempsey, top of the key. Now Husson. And that pass is nearly stolen by Veluzzi. And they're going to get a jump ball here, as looks like they didn't see who that was really off of. So they call it a jump ball. And the possession goes to Windham. 18-9 our score. We're about 2.5 minutes into the second period from Merrimack. Abby Hughes over to Setselis. Husson, guarded by Bournemouth. She beats Bournemouth on the right side, draws the foul.
Our friend Melanie Carter is watching tonight. Kaylee's grandparents, Kevin and Melanie. They're watching on Channel 21. They say, "Go Merrimack." Always nice to hear from you, Melanie and Kevin.
Abby Husson hits the first free throw. That foul was on Olivia Cody. Now 8 team fouls for Merrimack. Offensive rebound by Dempsey. And it's out of bounds to Windham. And Bike will be right back in the game for Kylie Flynn. Hughes is going to try a 3. No good. And the rebound to Bournemouth. And a foul way in the backcourt by Windham. It'll be on Abby Hughes, her second, and only Windham's second foul of the game. Those are the fouls that kill you as a coach. The ones 90 feet from your own basket. Merrimack able to break the press. And Sawani is stripped by Setselis. Nice defensive play. As Windham trying to turn up the defensive pressure a little bit here. Dempsey working on the double team. Kicks it to the corner. And we have a traveling violation on Bria Mari. So a little 1-2-2 pressure by Windham. All the way full court. We got a timeout here by Merrimack. And it will be a 30-second timeout. So with 4.5 minutes to go in this second period, Merrimack leading 18-10. Some Merrimack scores from today. Hockey won this afternoon, 5-2 over Nashua North and Sauhegan. And the JV boys lost to South, 41-38. And Varsity was trailing through three quarters to South, 40-30. And that game over on Nashua ETV. Hello to our friends over at ETV, Channel 99 in Nashua, if you're looking for the boys tonight. Right here, we got the girls up 18-10. A great matchup against Windham. Kelly Bournemouth with the travel. Didn't get her feet set before driving.
We'd love to hear from you if you're watching on MerrimackTV.com or on your Roku or Apple TV device via Cablecast ScreenWeave. Let us know. Or Channel 21 here in Merrimack. Let us know if you're watching on a streaming device or if you're watching on a website or Cable Channel 21. We'd love to hear from you. We want to give you a shout out. And then you can let us know who you're cheering for.
Windham gets the turnover here. They get right back up the court. In transition, it was Weeks with the shot blocked. Looked like Cody or Veluzzi got a piece of that. And another foul in the backcourt. That'll be on Setselis.
Brian, do you think we're going to have more Tomahawk fans or more Jaguar fans
It's a good question.
tonight?
I feel like this one's going to be 50-50.
Okay.
Veluzzi for Merrimack. She had 4 points in last night's loss. Sebwani hits her on the back cut. It looked like Cody. Or was that Waller? I can't see the number. That was Waller.
Also at halftime tonight, we're going to show you a Merrimack moment clip. We're going to see the Merrimack High School Band. And it's a segment on how they rehearse during the pandemic. It's a 4-minute segment. You get to see exactly the different COVID-19 protocols that they have in place so that the band can keep rocking, Brian.
We got travel on Kira Bike. Looking forward to the little halftime show tonight. Got to be better than listening to us yap. So
I want to, well, the band is, as entertaining as you and I may be, the band is phenomenal, and it's really cool watching Patricia Cunningham, the band director, and the challenges that they had with, how does the band rehearse during a pandemic? And you get to see that. Colin Marr and I produced the clip, and we'll play that during halftime.
Should be a great segment. Veluzzi with a steal, and she goes to the rack and gets fouled. That'll be on Chloe Weeks. Boy, 4 fouls in the last seemingly 2 minutes for Windham. All of a sudden, and this will put Veluzzi at the line. I imagine she had 4 last night in the loss. She'll miss that one here. But none more crushing than the shot in the final 24 seconds. It just went in and out. But she had a great, great look. Missing the second free throw there. And the third, it goes in. She got to redo the second one because of a lane violation. And she's going to work on Hannah Smith. Smith trying to get it to Dempsey. And it's going to be out of bounds off Sebwani. Tomahawks by 9. They've been in control most of this game. Dempsey tries a 2 from the free throw line. And we're going to get fouled, looks like on Waller. It's going to be her third. Oh, nope. Going to be on Windham. Woo. I think Steve just fooled everybody with that one. Coach Dugan and Coach Ramsdell included. Bournemouth, nice drive in, left hand try, no good. Loose ball, out of bounds to Windham.
We're getting a lot of comments from Windham fans right now on our Twitter. We'd love to collect some more, so just respond to our most recent tweet. We'll give you a shout out. Let us know who you are, where you're watching, and how you're watching, whether that's on a Roku or Apple TV device or on the Merrimack TV website itself. Let us know.
Merrimack ball here, 2 minutes to go till halftime.
A lot of Jaguar fans tonight, Brian.
We appreciate you. We welcome you.
Tomahawk fans, we want to hear from you too. Hit us up, Merrimack TV on Twitter, or find us on Facebook. Comment on our most recent posts. We'll give you a shout out.
This one's going to be out of bounds to Windham. Bria Mari and Libby Setselis back in the game for Windham. Well, this second quarter has not been one that Dr. Naismith drew up. It has been a sloppy quarter by both teams. Let's see if they can find their stride here. Another turnover by Windham. And Bike for 2. Kira Bike, 7 points for Merrimack, and they extend their lead to 11. 3-point bid here for Smith, no good. And the rebound by Bike. They get a 4-on-2. Bike will take it herself, no good. And the rebound by Chloe Weeks. Ooh, Weeks stepped on the line. Well, the Windham turnovers right now really hurting them. That's a tough one. Merrimack gets it now under the basket. Jillian Waller, she tries a long 2 and airballs it. Wondering if Bean got a piece of that for Windham. Setselis gets a screen from Dempsey. Ooh, had Dempsey on the roll. She didn't see her. Great defense by Shannon Serwani, and they're going to get her for a foul. Serwani, one of the better defenders on this Merrimack team. So Weeks and Bean will have a seat now for Windham. And we got a 1-and-1 here for Libby Setselis. Her shot no good, rebounded by Dempsey. Smith guarded by Bournemouth and Veluzzi. Bournemouth rips it away. Nice defense by Kaylee Bournemouth. Timeout Merrimack. So we got 41 seconds left in this first half. Merrimack with a 21-10 lead.
So many Windham fans messaging us on Twitter. L Sovereign, she's cheering for number 5 Windham. Livy Teslis. Denise Amari, she writes, shout out to Bree Amari and the whole Windham team. Go Windham. Watching Merrimack TV. I'm going to guess she's watching on the website. Thanks, Denise. Sam, shout out to Lily DeBillis from her Uncle John.
Uncle John.
In Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Oh, Chapel Hill.
That's a great area.
Uncle John, we appreciate you. You're not going to find a bigger Tar Heels fan than this guy.
He was, Uncle John, Brian was wearing Tar Heels gear last week.
Shot by Waller is no good, and the rebound to Windham. Merrimack almost didn't get that ball in. They took a little long in their 30-second timeout. Sitzelis kicks it back to Dempsey. Dempsey tries a shot from the paint, no good. 15 seconds left in this half. Valuzzi to Bike. We get 6 seconds left in the quarter. Can they get the shot off? Bike to Valuzzi for three. No good. And that'll do it for the first half. A great first half for the Tomahawks overall. Tough second quarter for both teams, but Merrimack comes away with a 21-10 halftime lead.
Sherry Weeks messaged us at Twitter, at Merrimack TV. She responded to our most recent tweet, and you can too. And we'll give you a shout out. Sherry Weeks writes, shout out to Chloe Weeks, number 3. We are all watching. Play hard and have fun. Sherry, thanks for watching. I'm assuming you're watching on MerrimackTV.com. If you want to watch it on the big screen, you could download Cablecast Screenweave to your Roku or Apple TV device, and you can watch this game in HD on the big screen. Candace also shouts out, Chloe Weeks, number 3, Windham. A lot of Windham fans watching tonight, but that makes some sense because we're the home team. They're the away team. The away team can't be present in the stands tonight, so of course we've got a lot of Windham Jaguars fans. We'd love to hear from Jaguar fans or Tomahawks fans. All you have to do is respond to our most recent tweet. We're on Twitter at Merrimack TV, or you could comment on our most recent Facebook post, which is a photo of the gymnasium, and we announced that we were going live. I'm going to give another shout out to Uncle John, just because he's in Chapel Hill. You know, that's some distance. They're not across the river. It's down in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Uncle John shouted out Lily DeBillis. Awesome. So we have this great event coming up at the high school, Brian, on February 17th. We are going to have a live stream of select ensembles from the Merrimack High School Band. And we really think that Patricia Cunningham, the band director, and her group of talented musicians just do such a fantastic job. And throughout this pandemic, they had the challenge of, how does a band rehearse during a pandemic with COVID-19 protocols in place? So myself and Colin Marr produced a segment, a Merrimack Moment segment, called Getting the Band Back Together. And it details exactly what I had just mentioned, what Patricia Cunningham and the band did. And I'd like to show that to you right now. So our friend David McGinnis down at the Town Hall TV studio, he's going to play this Merrimack Moment, Getting the Band Back Together. Thanks for rolling the clip, David.
Merrimack students have had more than their fair share of challenges this year. While classes could be held virtually, certain activities couldn't effectively be done the same way. After all, how do you hold something like band rehearsal during a global pandemic? The answer is with incredible preparation, safeguards, and a whole lot of effort.
There was a consortium of many organizations that funded a study out of the Colorado University, and they had an aerosol study to find out how the aerosols traveled with all of the individual instruments. So what we have to do is the students all have to wear a special playing mask that has a hole in it and it blocks out the aerosols. And then all of the brass instruments have bell covers, and all of the woodwind instruments have bags, and they have to put their hands through the holes and play through the bags. So that's been a challenge, but it keeps us going, and we know that if we didn't do that, we would not be here.
These students have been waking up bright and early every Friday for concert band. With these adaptations in place, they've been able to collaborate with each other in a way that resembles pre-pandemic life.
We're still playing our regular concert band music like we normally would, although we can't all meet together every single day like we used to do before COVID. Now we get to at least practice together on Fridays, and we practice separately during the individual cohort days. In addition, we're practicing jazz band, and we're really lucky to have the opportunity to practice our solo and ensemble, smaller groups, which are usually just different sections of instruments, practicing together. So it's a really good thing that we have that capability to still maintain our groups.
Even with the time away and the masks and bags, they don't sound like they've missed a single minute of practice. And while it can be difficult to balance schoolwork and band in a normal year, for some students, this has become a chance to decompress after a busy week.
I found that practicing my music has been more of like an outlet rather than work, and it's like more relaxing now, I would say, because work is a whole different story, and being able to practice my music is just what I like to do, and especially now it's just some consistency in my life, pretty comforting and relaxing. So.
The obstacles that students have faced this past year are unlike any in the district's history. But with incredible resilience and dedication, they've managed to adapt and bring the band back together. Be sure to catch their recital night and jazz band concert Wednesday, February 17th at 7 p.m., live on Merrimack TV. You can watch anywhere in HD at merrimacktv.com, on Comcast Cable Channel 21, or download Cablecast's ScreenWeave to your Roku or Apple TV device. Thank you for watching.
And that was Patricia Cunningham and the Merrimack High School Band in a very special Merrimack moment, getting the band back together. I'll tell you, Brian, it was really a privilege to have backstage access to see how the band has adapted to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah, one of the things, I was asking you during that segment, are they playing with masks on?
Yeah.
And, that kind of amazed me, to see that. And you said that it was a special type of mask,
yeah,
for the band? It's
a special type of mask. Patricia does a pretty good job of explaining that. And, if you want to see that segment again, you could go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/Merrimack TV. Click on Your Local News and check out the Merrimack Moments folder. And you could see that also on demand on Cablecast ScreenWeave, along with other games and events that we cover as well. Really looking forward to that concert on February 17th with Patricia Cunningham and the Merrimack High School Band. It was really cool to be in this gym and seeing it used for music, when usually it's, we're covering games. So thank you so much for checking out that clip and sharing it on your social media as well. We are on social media. We're on Twitter at Merrimack TV, and we're on Facebook as well. Just search for Merrimack TV. Hit us up on either, and we will give you a shout out. Just respond to our most recent tweet or a comment on our most recent post. A lot of Windham folks watching tonight, and we appreciate that. You know, fun fact, David over at Town Hall, our media assistant tonight, who is making sure our live feed stays consistent and our audio is good, he pointed out that the Windham's mascot is named Jinx the Jaguar.
Jinx the Jaguar.
Yep. And that was because in 2009, when the school was finished being constructed, there was a poll, and actually students got to pick the mascot's names. The first freshman and sophomore classes voted for Jinx the Jaguar.
Learn something new every day.
Thanks for that fun fact, David. Got a couple more shout-outs before we go into the second half as well. Carrie Husson says shout out to number 21, Abby Husson, and she thanks us for broadcasting. Well, thank you so much for watching, Carrie. I'm going to assume you're watching in Windham, I think. Brian could probably help me out with that. Number 21?
Yes,
Abby
number 21.
Husson.
You got it.
Awesome.
Abby Husson.
We welcome the Jaguar fans. We thank them for joining us. Love to hear from some Tomahawk fans, too.
We got a couple of scores to pass along, too, that might be of interest to both teams. Boys varsity, Merrimack going down tonight. They lose to South 51-42. And Windham also losing tonight. They lose to BG at home 38-36. A very well-played game there between those two teams. So a couple of scores of interest today. And earlier, the JV girls here at Merrimack beat South 42-15. As we get the second half underway. Merrimack with a 11-point lead, but as we know, nothing is comfortable. They played very well in that first half. Kira Bike with the ball for Merrimack. She tries a long two, and it's no good. Lily DeBillis in there for the rebound, and it will be a jump ball. Windham possession.
The ball has left the gym.
Some scoring updates, I should say. Sarah Dempsey leading Windham with 4 points in that first half, and Kaylee Bournemouth, the leading scorer for Merrimack, with 8. They have not had a basket yet from their leading scorer, Jillian Waller, and they're up by 11. Inside, Dempsey kicks it back to Setselis for 3, and it's no good. The rebound by Dempsey. Bournemouth able to get a hand on it, and Husson goes in, draws the foul. It's going to be on Lily DeVillis, and that is her third. We are a minute into the second half. Abby Husson at the line. She'll hit the first. It's the back end of a home and home between these two teams.
If you're
Windham
just discovering
on the board first.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brian.
Oh, that's all right.
If you're just discovering Merrimack TV tonight, thank you so much for joining us. Merrimack TV is a division of Merrimack's General Government Department. The media division, we're branded as Merrimack TV. We have 3 cable channels on Comcast Cable. We're also available to watch in HD on our website, and also now we're on Roku and Apple TV devices via Cablecast ScreenWeave. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we are making a little extra effort and bringing Merrimack home games available to viewers.
Abby Hughes inside to Dempsey, and we have a loose ball tied up. Kaylee Bournemouth is all over the floor right now. We got a timeout by Windham. Bournemouth almost got in there for the tie-up. She's having quite the game right now for Merrimack. I just want to remind you of some upcoming basketball broadcasts here on Merrimack TV. Next week, it'll be the Titans of Nashua North here to visit Merrimack. We'll have the girls' game for you Tuesday night, 6 p.m., right here on Merrimack TV. And then next Friday night, 1 week from tonight, it will be the boys. The Nashua North Titans against Merrimack. And we'll have it for you 6 p.m. on Merrimack TV, your community, your voice.
We've got a full schedule next week, Brian. We have a full schedule next week.
Oh, yes.
A lot of games. We've got some hockey games as well. Hockey games are pre-recorded, but we are bringing you live cable casts of boys and girls varsity basketball and also wrestling meets. And we are recording ice hockey for later broadcasts. Hopefully we'll have today's ice hockey game up later this evening after this game.
You want to see their win today over Nashua North Sauhegan.
It was a win. It was a really, might have been the best game Merrimack's played yet.
We got an offensive foul on Kaylee Bournemouth.
I know there's Veluzzi family in the house tonight. There's Veluzzi's directly across from me. I know that there's Veluzzi Nation watching across the country.
Veluzzi Nation.
Yeah.
I like it. Kick ball by Merrimack. It'll be Windham possession.
Emma Veluzzi plays for the varsity team, and her cousin Matt plays for the boys varsity team. So we've got Veluzzi Nation watching Merrimack TV tonight. I am sure of it.
I think that's going to stick. Very, very nicely done.
I'm sure someone's texting Kelly right now. They're calling us Veluzzi Nation on Merrimack TV.
Sarah Dempsey to the corner. This is Bria Amari. Amari is fouled on the play. Looks like Bournemouth, and I think that's going to be her third. Yes, it is. So Kaylee's going to have a seat. Shannon Samwani coming in. Oh, no, it's going to be DeBillis coming out. DeBillis also has 3. It's the only real Merrimack foul trouble right now. 3-point try by Hughes is no good, and it's out of bounds to Merrimack. Right back to Veluzzi as they try to break this pressure by Windham. Good ball movement by the Tomahawks to get it over half court. Sebwani to Waller off the screen. Her shot no good. And she remains scoreless in this one. Abby Hughes gets it to Sarah Dempsey. Long shot, no good. Rebound by Kira Bike. Bike to the corner, Sebwani. Right back to Bike. Waller puts up a 3, and it's good. Jillian on the board. And Merrimack up by a dozen. And doubling up Windham. We got to commend the effort by this Merrimack defense thus far, and there's another turnover. Kira Bike sends it to Veluzzi. To Bournemouth, back to Sebwani. She puts it up off glass, no good. Really rushed that shot. And now Setselis will bring it up for Windham. Setselis against 2 Merrimack defenders. Dempsey the rebound, and she is fouled by Sebwani.
Auntie Kathy is cheering on her niece, Chloe Weeks, number 3, and her Windham Jaguars team. Thank you so much, Auntie Kathy. Thanks for watching Merrimack TV.
This is Dempsey at the line for Windham. Her first free throw no good. And speaking of Chloe Weeks, she enters the game for Windham. Jaguars having a hard time getting good looks here tonight.
Cheryl wanted to shout out number 5, Livy, and all the Lady Jags from the Tetselis fam. Did I pronounce that right, Brian? Tetselis.
Setselis, I believe, is
Setselis.
what I was told.
Well, Cheryl, I hope I didn't botch that too bad, but thanks for the shout out to number 5, Livy. Thank you so much for watching Merrimack TV.
Windham in this game only has 2 field goals as I look at my scorebook. This Merrimack defense has been suffocating, and there's another steal. And a steal right back by Setzelis. Bournemouth runs with her. Nice hustle by Kaylee Bournemouth against the point guard, Setzelis. She forces a tough shot. Beluzi's lead pass to Waller, a little too far.
Shout out to Jamie Minotti, who's watching on MerrimackTV.com. She's cheering on number 20, Jess Minotti. Thanks so much for watching, Jamie. Best of luck to Jess tonight.
Windham is 9 of 12 tonight from the charity stripe, and they'll get back to the line here. Emma Beluzi's second foul, and that's 5 team fouls on Merrimack. 9 of 12 from the line tonight, and only 2 field goals, one by Amari and one by Dempsey. Setzelis hits another one. The Merrimack defense all over the place tonight. Setzelis 4 for 5 from the line, and it is now a 9-point game. Nobody could really break away in this one. Beluzi tried to get it to Waller. A tough pass inside, stolen by Dempsey. Beluzi gets it right back for Merrimack. She pushes it up the floor. Beluzi crosses over, kicks it out to the corner. Sebwani floats it up for 2. 26-15 in favor of Merrimack. 2:40 to go, third period. Setzelis picks up her dribble, gets it to Dempsey, way up top. And Setzelis way far from the basket. She's going to try to drive on Beluzi. Stopped by Bournemouth, and she puts it in. And finally, that ends that field goal drought for Windham. 26-17. That's the first field goal since midway through the first quarter for the Jaguars. Beluzi back to Bournemouth, who puts it up and in. Kaylee Bournemouth in double figures. She's got 10. 28-17, Tomahawks. And Bike with the steal. Bike's going to go 2-on-1 here. She puts it up off glass and gets called for the offensive foul. Nice hustle play by Livy Setzelis. Second foul on Bike. Already 6 fouls on Merrimack. $15 team fouls in the game for the Tomahawks. And they are up by 11. Traveling violation. And Windham coach arguing she didn't have possession. I tend to agree. A tough call. 28-17. Waller to the rack for 2. Merrimack having their way inside right now, 30-17. They're having a hard time stopping the drive. Good double by Merrimack on the ball. Sarah Dempsey. Nice take to the rack. And no call. Beluzi pushed it up the floor. Waller, 3-point bid is no good. And the rebound to Windham. But Windham looks gassed right now. The Merrimack just running up the floor at will. This is Chloe Weeks. Nice move by Husson inside, and she gets the 2. Abby Husson with 5 points for the Jaguars, who trail this one 30-19. Remember, this is the second game in a row for these two teams. They played last night in Windham.
What was the score last night, Brian?
44-40 in favor of Windham. Great game. And that's available on Windham's YouTube channel. Got to watch that this afternoon.
How's Windham TV's coverage?
Very good. You know, it's actually just a camera. But
Single camera?
Yep.
No scoreboard?
In the scoreboard, yes.
Okay.
Kira Bike for 2. Dempsey trying to get one off before the buzzer. She does. That'll do it for the third period. Another good, strong period for the Merrimack Tomahawks as they extend their lead to 13. It is now 32-19 in favor of Merrimack.
Well, we're fortunate here in Merrimack to have a volunteer play-by-play announcer. You're listening to Brian Gagnon. He's provided play-by-play. Brian is a professional. Brian shows up with a scorecard. He's always on time. He's keeping stats. You'd think I paid this guy.
Oh, I enjoy it.
We love having you, Brian. You get so many compliments from people at Town Hall. We appreciate having you so much. I can't sing your praises enough. We also talked about you at the hockey game today, so I should probably give a shout out to Andy Berkeley, who's doing play-by-play for the ice hockey team. Andy is awesome as well.
Thank you very much, Andy.
We are so lucky to have you guys stepping up to the plate, just Merrimack residents who wanted to help out, and we needed play-by-play, and these gentlemen answered the call.
As somebody who's done hockey, and I did hockey on the radio at SNHU, that is not an easy job.
It's such a fast sport, for sure.
Kudos to Andy. That is, I'll tell you, I don't envy him.
I want to thank the Jaguar fans for watching us, whether that's at merrimacktv.com or on Roku and Apple TV devices now. Download Cablecast ScreenWeave, and you can watch us there. Pretty awesome seeing the channels in HD on the big TV.
Chloe Weeks down low for 2. She gets in the book. Wyndham's going to turn up the defense here a little bit. Trailing by 11 in this fourth quarter. Merrimack has been in control of this one. Waller looking inside for Bournemouth. Back to Sebwani. Now Waller back to Bike. Kira's going to drive. Puts it up for 2. No good. Rebound Bournemouth. Her shot no good. Bike gets the offensive rebound. And she gets fouled by Abby Husson.
If you catch the Windham game on Windham TV's YouTube channel, you can catch the game on Windham TV's YouTube channel. And if you'd like to see some other Merrimack games, you can check out the Merrimack TV YouTube channel. Community media is super important right now. A lot of people have been turning to community TV's live coverage of sports, paying attention to all these school board, town council meetings a little bit more than usual because of the pandemic. So if you're watching in an area outside of New Hampshire, like we have some people watching in Florida tonight and North Carolina, see if your town has community TV. Check out what they're doing. Get involved, just like Brian did in Merrimack. A lot of community media centers rely on volunteers. So,
Bournemouth needs to sit now with 4 fouls, and Merrimack in the penalty now. Husson hits both free throws. Big credit to Windham. They are drilling their free throws in this game, and that's keeping them in it. 32-23. Waller tried to hit the Billis off the cut. Not there. Veluzzi kicks it back out to Sabwani. She hits the floater for 2. Shannon Sabwani with 4 points off the bench for Merrimack, and they keep the lead at 11. Smith for Windham. Right-hand drive, no good, and the rebound by Lily DeBillis. Bike to Waller. 3-point try is good. Merrimack extends it to 14. Trying to put the knockout punch on Windham right here. Smith from the corner, no good. And DeBillis knocks it out of bounds. But what a contrast to last night's game, where there were 8 lead changes and 5 ties in that game. This one has been all Merrimack. Abby Hughes back in the game for Windham, along with Dempsey and Amari and Weeks and Husson. This is Husson with the ball now. Husson's shot is blocked partially by Emma Veluzzi. Rebound by Sabwani. Waller to DeBillis. Wide open 3 is good. DeBillis from downtown, and Merrimack pouring it on. It's 40-23. Eight points in this fourth quarter for the Tomahawks. They've extended their lead to 17. Rebound by Amari. Nice little up and under, and she gets the foul and the basket. And the foul was on Veluzzi. That'll be her third of the game. 40-25, and Amari is going to try to finish a 3-point play. Her shot is rattled home. 3-point play, the traditional variety, and it's 40-26. Bournemouth, top of the key to Waller. Look for the swing here. DeBillis does get the swing out to Bike. Bike for 2, no good. Bournemouth goes in for the rebound. It's tipped away by Amari. And they get Bike for a foul. Kira Bike with the foul way away from the basket. And 1-1. You can hear Coach Dugan telling his team, why foul 60 feet from the basket when it's a 1-1 situation. And that's how Windham would get back in the game, of course. A free throw is missed there by Amari. Score remains 40-26. Emma Veluzzi to Kaylee Bournemouth. Merrimack trying to play a little stall ball here. Up 14. They're going to make Windham come out and play them. And a timeout by Coach Brian Dugan. With 4:25 left in the fourth quarter, we got a 40-26 game in favor of your Merrimack Tomahawks.
We've got some of Veluzzi Nation here tonight. See if I can get their attention. There they are. We know that Veluzzi Nation is watching just about everywhere. So.
We get some lively fans here tonight,
Lively
as always.
fans, for sure. We got someone over there. Oh,
more folks over there. There we go.
Absolutely.
I think I know those two.
Yep.
40-26 our score. $19 free throws for Windham in this game. Merrimack's been to the line twice. Some would call that an iniquity. But to Windham's credit, they have capitalized on those free throws. 14 of 19 from the line. Keeping them in this basketball game. 40-26. And they get a turnover. Not what they wanted out of that timeout, I'm sure. Hughes to Sitzelis. Good defense by Valuzzi. Husson, great move to the basket. She misses the shot. Rebound Dempsey, and she gets the foul. Well, 4 now on Kira Bike. The fouls are 19-6 in favor of Windham. Draw from that what you will. And 2 free throws for Dempsey. 16 of 21 from the line for the Windham Jaguars. And there's a push on Dempsey. And a mock cheer from the Merrimack fans in attendance.
Brian, I think after tonight's game, once we wrap here, I think David's going to play that MHS band clip again.
Excellent.
Yep, so we'll probably play that at the end of tonight's game. For those that missed it during halftime, very cool segment about Merrimack High School Band and the
Setselis shot no good, rebound Bournemouth.
how they've adapted during the pandemic, and a little sneak preview of the concert you might see on February 17th on Merrimack TV live.
Merrimack needs to protect this basketball with a 12-point lead. Last 2 possessions have been very sloppy. And here they come. Waller, ooh, dangerous pass to Bike. Valuzzi from the corner. Ooh, just missed in the rebound to Windham. Windham in transition. Nice play by Bournemouth and on the defensive end. That was a big defensive play by Miss Bournemouth. I just really like her game. She plays a tough game. Setselis, big basket for Windham. Gets it to a 10-point game. This isn't over yet, folks. And we get a foul on Abby Hughes. Hughes' third team foul on Windham. .40-30 is our score. Windham going to extend their defense here a little bit. Make Merrimack work for these possessions. Bike 3-point try, no good. Rebound by Waller. Ooh, she almost traveled there. DeBillis for 2, no good. And the rebound by Hughes. Windham can cut it to single digits here. Amari for 2. And Windham cuts it to 8. It is 40-32 with 2 minutes to go. Valuzzi had a screen from Bournemouth. She didn't use it. And we have got a foul on Windham. It's on Sarah Dempsey, her second. Bike driving baseline and a foul on Windham. Foul is on Husson, her third. Waller for 2 and a big bucket for Jillian Waller. 42-32, double-digit lead again for Merrimack. Amari with the offensive rebound, she couldn't get it. And a foul on Amari. Oh my goodness. Well, it appears we're having some makeup calls here. 10-6 our score. There wasn't much there. Kira Bike to Bournemouth. All the way out to Valuzzi, to DeBillis. They're going to pull it out and run some clock off here, we think. Oh, Valuzzi's just got to take it herself for 2. 3 points now for Emma Valuzzi. I don't think that's what Coach Dugan was looking for, but he'll take it. 44-32. 1:07 left in this game. Olivia Cody will come in for Merrimack. She'll replace DeBillis. Windham needs a basket here, to say the least. And a foul on Bike. That's going to be it. So Kira fouls out. Nice night for Kira Bike. She has 9 points in the game. And made several plays on defense. Excellent job by Kira Bike tonight. As her night comes to an end with her 5th foul. First free throw by Hughes is good. Second free throw is good. Windham just keeps draining these free throws. 44-34. Out of bounds. Merrimack ball. Merrimack trying to get their 3rd win of the season. If they can hold on here, we'll put them at 3-3. This will be a nice quality win for them. Veluzzi to Cody, back to Veluzzi. To Waller. She wanted that 3. They're going to make Windham come get him. Veluzzi to Bournemouth. Windham's got a foul here and stop the clock. Oh, they almost had it there. Be out of bounds off of Husson. Merrimack by 10, 30 seconds left. DeBillis gets it into Waller, right in front of us. And Merrimack's going to get timeout. 25 seconds left in this ball game. And it looks like the Tomahawks are going to come away with the victory here tonight.
I want to thank those who reached out to us on social media. If you're following at Merrimack TV or you're liked our Facebook page, thanks for your tweets. We were happy to give you shout-outs. We appreciate you watching, whether that's on Channel 21 in Merrimack or worldwide, at merrimacktv.com or via Cablecast Screenweave on your Apple TV or Roku device. You can watch more Merrimack home games on Merrimack TV. There's so many ways to watch now. Brian Gagnon doing the play-by-play. I'm Nicholas LaValle, the Town of Merrimack's Media Services Coordinator. And, of course, we've got David McGinnis back at the Town Hall TV studio, who has been making sure that our live stream stays consistent. Our audio is good. Putting in graphics, playing those promos. Thanks so much, David. Shout out to Justin Slez as well, who worked this afternoon. Helped me set up the gear today at the gym. Star of the night, though, Brian Gagnon, Merrimack TV's MVP, along with Andy Berkeley, who did play-by-play for the hockey team earlier today. You guys are the best.
Well, Bournemouth is going to shoot a 1-and-1 here. This is only Merrimack's 3rd free throw of the night. And she will hit it. Bournemouth now leads all scorers with 11 points. Second is no good. And Windham will try to cut into this lead here a little. Setselis with the 3, no good. Goes all the way out of bounds. It will be Merrimack ball, and that's going to do it. Waller's going to hold the ball, and what a win tonight for the Merrimack Tomahawks. Final score, Merrimack 46, Windham 34. Tremendous job by Merrimack tonight, coming back after a very tough loss last night, and they come back and get the big victory this evening. Quick scoring summary in this one. As we mentioned, Kaylee Bournemouth leading all scorers with 11 points. Tremendous ball game for her. Jillian Waller also in double digits with 10. Kira Bike with 9, Lily DeBillis with 8, Shannon Sebwani with 4, and Emma Veluzzi with 3, for a total of 45 for the Tomahawks. And for Windham, it was Livy Setselis with 8 points to lead the team. 3 with 7, Abby Husson, Bria Mari, and Sarah Dempsey. Chloe Weeks with 2, Abby Hughes with 2, and Hannah Smith chipped in with 1 for a total of 34. Your final score tonight, 45-34. And we'll see you again on Tuesday night.
Brian, I want to thank you so much for providing play-by-play this evening. You're the man. You're the best.
All right.
We're so lucky to have you.
We appreciate it.
How many times have I said that tonight? Quite a bit. We want to thank you for watching at home. Please like and follow Merrimack TV on social media. We have a Facebook page. We have a Twitter account. Find us there. Follow us. Check out our upcoming winter sports schedule. That's on our website, merrimacktv.com. And, of course, on February 17th, we're going to have a very special live concert. We're working with the Merrimack High School Band, who have been rehearsing here in the gym on Fridays. And I'm sure you're wondering, how can a band rehearse during the COVID-19 pandemic? Well, we're about to show you that in a very special segment we're calling Merrimack Moment, getting the band back together. Thank you so much. Roll the clip, David.
Merrimack students have had more than their fair share of challenges this year. While classes could be held virtually, certain activities couldn't effectively be done the same way. After all, how do you hold something like band rehearsal during a global pandemic? The answer is with incredible preparation, safeguards, and a whole lot of effort.
There was a consortium of many organizations that funded a study out of the Colorado University, and they had an aerosol study to find out how the aerosols traveled with all of the individual instruments. So what we have to do is the students all have to wear a special playing mask that has a hole in it and it blocks out the aerosols. And then all of the brass instruments have bell covers, and all of the woodwind instruments have bags, and they have to put their hands through the holes and play through the bags. So that's been a challenge, but it keeps us going, and we know that if we didn't do that, we would not be here.
These students have been waking up bright and early every Friday for concert band. With these adaptations in place, they've been able to collaborate with each other in a way that resembles pre-pandemic life.
We're still playing our regular concert band music like we normally would, although we can't all meet together every single day like we used to do before COVID. Now we get to at least practice together on Fridays, and we practice separately during the individual cohort days. In addition, we're practicing jazz band, and we're really lucky to have the opportunity to practice our solo and ensemble smaller groups, which are usually just different sections of instruments practicing together. So it's a really good thing that we have that capability to still maintain our groups.
Even with the time away and the masks and bags, they don't sound like they've missed a single minute of practice. And while it can be difficult to balance schoolwork and band in a normal year, for some students, this has become a chance to decompress after a busy week.
I found that practicing my music has been more of like an outlet rather than work, and it's like more relaxing now, I would say, because work is a whole different story, and being able to practice my music is just what I like to do, and especially now it's just some consistency in my life, pretty comforting and relaxing. So.
The obstacles that students have faced this past year are unlike any in the district's history. But with incredible resilience and dedication, they've managed to adapt and bring the band back together. Be sure to catch their recital night and jazz band concert Wednesday, February 17th at 7 p.m., live on Merrimack TV. You can watch anywhere in HD at merrimacktv.com, on Comcast Cable Channel 21, or download Cablecast's ScreenWeave to your Roku or Apple TV device. Thank you for watching.